Welcome back, guys. No, like I said, the perimeter alarm went off. We had to go check it. It was seem someone or a group of someones decided they were going to try to trash tents that we had set up. They figure along. Like I said, the security guards were no help. So what we did, well, did a couple things, illegal, of course. After the traps, we decided that camera traps. We just had to set up a bunch of a few other type of traps just around our tents, a bit hidden, but we all knew where they were, just in case this happened to him again. Hopefully, it wouldn't, but if it did, well, good luck to getting their feet or limbs out of it. We set up a tracking. We also set a couple more camera traps out, but this time they weren't just ordinary camera traps. They would set off a flash, blinding light over about 200 or so lumens, enough to blind you for a good while. Wouldn't see where you're going. You'd walk right into the other traps we had set up if you're unlucky. If you're lucky, you'd walk into me or Jim. Pray you were unlucky. Because once me and Jim got a hold of them, well, they'd have a lot more than a broken foot. So the next day, the tomb was set to open on national television. Now, what went missing was a couple of the equipment, a little bit of the equipment here and there, stuff that would not notice them first until you decided to do an opening. So we had to set up a bit more. We had to go back, find a way to get this stuff, to get the no, they had to get it. So get it again. They had to reorder it. So we had another 2 days to wait before we could open the tomb. So I had to reschedule the tomb opening. About that night, explosion happened outside the camp. The excavator was blown up. Whoever it was did not want this open. They didn't want it open. Why? We're about to find out. It came out that we didn't need that excavator to open what we needed open. We needed a excavator. So the people who owned the museum was happy enough to rent us a new one. And to add extra security. Since this was going to the museum in London, the government even sent government troops. But it would take them a couple days, maybe hours to get there. A couple more days to get there, but we could not wait. The excavator had to be used, and it had to be open today because we couldn't stall for any more time. We opened the tomb slowly because the excavator we're using was kind of out of date. It wasn't as strong as the one that we could have gotten. We opened the tomb and, well, it is a nice, solid stone tomb. Paintings of sorts were on the walls, talking about a story about Uther and Arthur. It was beautiful. I mean, carvings and everything into the stone, not just painted, but carved into the stone. We walked in there a little bit further deeper, and then the tomb opened up to a beautiful, glorious room. I mean, it was beautiful. Gold inlays, you name it, it had it in it. Of course, this was a king's tomb. He had to be buried with his armor, but not a sword. Or was he buried with his sword? Was he? Wasn't that the sword that King Arthur used first? King Arthur's entire legend was written in his father's tomb. It's like it was magic. Him removing the sword, and even him dying. This wasn't just a tomb. It was the story of King Arthur and King Uther. Their story. Just as we were about to step down into the main chamber. Yes, there was another chamber. The perimeter alarms went off. Guns were drawn. This was a standoff. They have gotten inside the perimeter, and they've gotten